So this is going to be the first of my reviews of the DC Universe Classics Series 9 figures. And per the title, we're going to start with Green Arrow. We'll start off right with the figure. Great sculpt, of course, based on the classic redesign by Neal Adams, done in The Brave and the Bold. Nice sculpt on the head with his Van Dyke beard and mustache. Nice little G on his belt there. All his leather straps, they're all molded on there, not just painted on, which is pretty cool. His quiver, even though from the front has this belt running across there, it looks like it might come off. It is attached, so if you try and pull it off, you'll likely break it. Likewise, his arrows are molded into the quiver. They could have left a little bit on the side here open for the arrows that he comes with, which I'll get to later. He's got the standard DC Universe articulation, except for his head. It seems to only move side to side. I can't get it to look up and down, really. I don't know if that's just my figure, if it's stiff or whatnot. And they've included a new articulation with a wrist bend. Not only does it swivel, but it bends, and that's specifically for this figure because of his bow. I do hope they spring a surprise on us, maybe put that on some other characters in the future. That I've noticed is that his legs are very floppy, very loose. All the leg, the hip, back and forth, and side to side, and even the knee joint is all very loose. I haven't had him fall down on me yet. You will not get full articulation from the shoulders because of his molded tunic is in the way. Not that much, but it does impede the articulation a little bit. I don't know if you may notice that he has this sort of orangey red twinge. Gives him kind of a sunburnt look. Not major, but it just bothers me a little bit every time I notice it. And I feel that his hair should be a bit blonder, put in a little bit more yellow instead of the sort of sandy blonde look. He comes with his bow, fits in his hand, but it has it kind of just flops around in there. It doesn't fall out, but can rotate and go side to side, and if it's not in the exact right position. Have a closer look at it. The arrow is molded onto there, which is something that they didn't have in the preview pictures of him, and I think a lot of people, like myself, are upset about that, and I will try and modify that, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video to see how it came out. And he comes with a variety of arrows, a nondescript arrow, not really sure what it is. It could be a stun arrow, shock arrow, screamer arrow, whatever. Bolo arrow, explosive arrow. It has a countdown, or a timer. I don't know, you can barely see the numbers. What would be Green Arrow without the boxing glove arrow? And as ridiculous as it looks, and it does look ridiculous, they did a nice job. I mean, look at the laces there. Very, very nice. Although why they just didn't go ahead and make the boxing glove green also, I don't know. I would have also liked to have seen the diamond arrow that he uses in his first, well, I'm sorry, when he uh, joins the Justice League of America. That would have been nice to include. A great figure, and I suggest you get him uh, because he is one of the bigger characters, especially now, um, and he really is just a great figure, great looking figure. Uh, Green Arrow is Oliver Queen, uh, short Ollie for short, and he first makes his appearance in More Fun Comics number 73 in 1941. Now he's created by Mort Weisinger, and he was based on Robin Hood. I mean, go figure. And a movie serial called The Green Archer. And he's one of the few characters, DC characters, to be continuously imprint from his Golden Age appearance all the way up through the Silver Age. And even though he was in backup stories in other people's features, in other people's comics, particularly what was he in? I think he was in Adventure Comics, but that's more than a lot of the Golden Age characters can say. I think the only other one besides the big three was Aquaman. Oliver Queen inherits his family business, becomes a playboy, the idle rich, depending upon which origin, because he's been revamped a few times. He's either attacked by some people, pirates or something, on his yacht, or there's a plane crash, and he winds up in put adrift and ends up on a deserted island, and he has to make and use a bow and arrow to survive. He returns to Star City and becomes a vigilante crime fighter using his bow and arrow skills, basing a lot of his crime fighting career on the career of Batman. Of course, Batman has sidekick and car and plane and secret hideout and all the sort of stuff, and Green Arrow seems to copy him, and which is something that the creators have a lot of fun with. He does eventually lose his fortune, and which leads him to become a liberal political activist. Denny O'Neil and Neal Adams combine Green Arrow and Green Lantern into one book, and they basically go on a tour of America and the universe and learn all about the social injustices of the world and the universe. They're used as point and counterpoint for those issues. During this time that he's out traveling, that his sidekick, Speedy, Roy Harper, has become addicted to heroin, and it's a big surprise to him. He kills a criminal by accident, and the guilt is so much that he goes to an ashram monastery to cope with it, where his friends he stays there for a while, and his friends have to come and get him out. The stories are taken over by Mike Grell in a series called The Longbow Hunters. And this is where things really get dark. This was about 87. And, of course, he's been involved with Black Canary for some time, having met her in the Justice League. And they moved to Seattle and start a flower shop called the Sherwood Florist.